Hi guys, if you're viewing my channel first time, please subscribe to my channel for more updates on embedded systems. Today we are mainly discussing about an RFID module interfacing with 8051 microcontroller. How we are going to interface this RFID module with the 8051 microcontroller. How we are going to receive the data from this RFID module to the 8051 microcontroller. How we are going to process the data within this 8051 microcontroller, that we are going to discuss mainly using the embedded C programming today step by step. And the first one is about the RFID module. This is a hardware circuitry. This is a EM18 reader module which is available in our market, and it is mainly operating with 125 kilohertz, mainly with the RF frequency. And here we have the TX pin and VCC and ground, and this TX pin we should connect to the RX pin of our microcontroller directly using the TTL communication. If I want to communicate this RFID module with the our 8051 microcontroller, we should always use the serial communication. Okay, we can connect from this TTL pin TX to the RX of our TTL pin. Both are compatible, so that we can connect from here. This is a one way of communication. Other way, we should convert this TTL to the RS232 using the MAX232 IC with 4 capacitors plus DB9. We can convert this TTL to the RS232 standard. Similar way, we should connect one DB9 connector at the microcontroller side, and with the 4 capacitors plus MAX232 IC, it will convert again RS232 TTL, and we can connect to the microcontroller. For example, if I want to connect to the our PC, so that we can connect to the personal computer, so that we can connect from here. Okay, this is a standard communication. This is RS232 communication. That's why we are this design. We additionally this IC plus DB9 connector. If I want to communicate with RS232, we should connect from here. If I want to communicate with the TTL logics, we should connect from here. And this is a only one-way communication from RFID module to the microcontroller. Always this RFID module is transmitting the data, and we are receiving the data. This is a only one-way communication. See here, whenever I am showing particular tag, and it will read the that particular 10 digit value, and that 10 digit value it will transmit the data serially, byte by byte, from the RFID to the microcontroller. This is a way of communication. Similarly, if I show the second tag, it will transmit the this 10 digit data from this RFID reader module to the microcontroller, and microcontroller will be received data serially, character by character. Okay, first we should connect this RFID reader module to the first our personal computer, so that I should read tag 1 corresponding to the this 10 digit data. Tag 2 is nothing but this corresponding this 10 digit data, so that I come to know what is the tag 1 value, and also what is my tag 2 value. And if I know these two tags, for example, in my programming I am going to store this two tag data. Okay, whenever I'm showing particular tag one, okay, after my programming I am trying to show any of the tag. I have the two tags currently. I am going to show only one tag, so that I am going to compare whatever the received data, already stored data. Already I have stored this two tags data. Okay, if I am matching with the this corresponding tag data, so that I will display this is corresponding the employee one, or the student one, or the vehicle one. Okay, mainly this RFID communication we are using to identify the particular person or the place, particular place. Okay, that's why we are using this RFID communication mainly. And here mainly here we have some magnetic field around this RFID reader module. Whenever we are showing that particular tag, and due to this magnetic induction, it will generate the corresponding digital data output of this RFID reader module. And always we should get this data from this RFID reader module. And here in the tag contains only the coil. Okay, due to this coil, and it is due to the unique magnetic field, it will generate the particular data from the this RFID module, which we are receiving to the microcontroller serially via serial communication, and we are processing within this microcontroller. And this is the left side is a completely power supply circuitry. If I want to convert 12 volts AC to the 5 volts DC, we are using the bridge rectifier. Filter is a capacitor, and this is a regulator. Always we should give the 5 volts to this EM18 as well as a MAX232 IC to give the 5 volts power supply, and we design this power supply circuitry. And this is a buzzer. Okay, whenever I am showing particular tag, and it will detect and it will give the buzzer saying that it is already read the whatever the tag value. And right now we are going to write the one embedded C programming to read the particular tag value and check whether it is student 1 or student 2. This I am considering it as student 1, this I am considering it as student 2. Okay, for example, initially I should store this two tag data. First we should connect this RFID model to the PC personal computer, and I am able to read this two tag data. I'm able to identify. Okay, these two tags data I'm going to store it in my program, and whenever I'm showing particular tag, and I should compare whatever the received data with the already stored data, so that I come to know whether it is student 1 or student 2. Okay, that way we are going to write the one embedded C programming right now. And we already written one of the embedded C programming in the previous session, and that I am taking as a reference. From that we are going to extend our programming. Okay, here I have already done one programming. I will show you which programming we have done for the in the previous session. In our serial communication, we did one programming. Okay, here we have the one switch. Whenever that is active low, we are going to turn on the LED. Otherwise, we are turning off the LED. Okay, if the switch is pressed, we are turning on the LED. Otherwise, we are turning off the LED. And LED is connected across port 2.6. Send the current LED status via serial port on LCD. Okay, here we have the both the use cases. Okay, that's why I'm taking this programming. From here we are going to extend. Why? Because we have the serial communication programming as well as the LCD programming. Okay, that's why I'm going to take this programming from the previous session, and this already we done in the previous videos. Okay, this you can go through the in my previous videos. And right now I'm going to take this programming. I'm going to I delete this switch and LED from my programming. Here I need only my LCD programming and also serial communication programming. If I want to send particular character, if I want to send particular string, so that I can use this serial communication data. And here we should delete the LED and switch is not required in my current programming. And this is to set the baud rate. If I want to communicate with this RFID module, we should also communicate with the different baud rates. Right now I am just communicating with the 9600 baud rate, and here I set the baud rate to communicate with the RFID. And here LCD in it, initially I am displaying welcome to my project, and after some delay I'm clearing the previous text. I am displaying the YT Training Institute, and after some delay I'm going to clear this data. And right now I'm going to write my complete data right now. Okay, here I'm going to write my coding now on words. Okay, here I'm going to first I am going to display one of the text here. Here waiting for tag, RFID tag. Okay, here I will mention RFID. Okay, waiting for RFID tag. I will mention like this. Okay, here initially I am going to display this data. Okay, here initially I will display welcome to my project YT Training Institute, and after some time I am going to clear the data. Okay, here I'm going to clear that data. I'm going to display waiting for the RFID tag. Okay, here I'm going to check whether the my particular value, particular this 10 digit data, whether it is received or not. If it is received, then only I should check whether it is matching to the tag 1 data or tag 2 data. Whatever the received data, whether it is matching to the tag 1 or tag 2 data. First, I should receive this 10 characters from the this RFID model. That's why I'm going to write one for loop. Okay, I should receive one I equal to 0. Here I should have the I and array. Okay, here why? Because I should receive this 10 bytes of data, 10 characters, so that I need array of 10 or 11. Okay, currently I am taking array of 100, unsigned char array of 100. Okay, this array of 100 I am just taking array of 100. Okay, here I am going to define one more variable, unsigned int I. Okay, here we need I as well as the one array. Okay, array to store the particular this 10 by 10 characters, and the other one to for the indexing I'm going to use now. And for I equal to 0, I is less than 10, I plus plus. Here I'm going to receive the 10 characters. That's why I'm writing one for loop I equal to 0 starting from 0 to 9. 10 we are exiting from this loop. Okay, here I'm going to write my receive program. If I want to receive, if ri double equal to 0, nothing but if it is 1, then only I'm going to receive the complete byte, complete character from the RFID. So that here I'm waiting until successful reception of the particular character. I'm waiting at this place using the polling we are writing this program. Okay, here I'm going to clear that particular RI flag for the next reception. Okay, this is already we done in the previous in the reception programming. Similar way, here I'm going to check whether the one first character whether we received successfully or not. This first value, this is character one, whether we received one or not. I'm just checking here. If we received successfully, then I should store this within this array. Here array of I equal to sbuff. Okay, here I am storing my whatever the receive data to the array. Okay, here my I equal to 0, 0 is less than 10. Okay, my condition is true. I am going to wait here until my first character is received. Okay, my array of 0 is nothing but 1. Okay, my array of 0, here I am going to write one comment here. Array of 0 is nothing but 0 is nothing but my character which I received was 1. Okay, similar way I'm going to increment my I increment to 1, 0 to 1. Okay, I just incremented by 1. My I value is currently is 1. 1 is less than 10. Okay, my array of 1. Okay, next I am going to wait until the next character is received. My what is my next character is 0. Okay, next character is 0 means a of 1 means 0. Okay, here a of 1 means 0. Okay, similar way we should receive until a of 9. A of 9 nothing but the last one. A of 9 is nothing but the last one. This is a of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3, a of 4, a of 5, a of 6, a of 7, a of 8, a of 9. A of 9 is nothing but is my 7. Okay, here I received my seventh character also. Okay, here I received my seventh character also. Here until 10 characters I received, which I received from the RFID tag. Completely, these 10 characters are received. Okay, after receiving these 10 characters, I should make the one of the string. Okay, for example, in my C language, if I am just assigning my one of the string to the one array, for example, welcome. Okay, always our C language always add one null character at the end. Okay, here it is equal to nothing but and null character, and always it will try to add the one null character at the end in case of any of the C language. That's why I'm going to store my 11th character is nothing but a of 10. A of 10 I am storing the one null character so that I am forming one of the string. Okay, I formed one string. Here I received the 10 bytes of data from the RFID, and the 11th byte I am storing it as a null character. At the end I am just filling the null, nothing but I am forming one of the string. Okay, after that we can just write one simple program to compare. Here I know one of the already this RFID tag one data and tag two data already we are aware of. Using this I just connected this RFID reader module to the PC. Initially I read this tag one data and also tag two data. Okay, this tag one data I am storing it my already in my programming. Okay, here if 0 double equal to strcmp, here I am using the string comparison. This is my first string. I'm just comparing two strings, what I received as well as my what I already stored data. Okay, this is my already stored data which we read from the PC. Okay, initially we should connect this RFID reader to the PC. I should just record the what is my tag one data and the tag two data. Okay, this is my nothing but this is my tag one data, and this is my whatever my received data. Here I'm just comparing whatever the received data and whatever my already stored data. Okay, if both are matches nothing but okay, this is my student one. Okay, whatever the received data it is matches with the tag one, nothing but student one. Okay, for example, whatever the received data it is matching with the tag two data, I will call it as student two. Okay, or employee two. Okay, we can here we are writing for the employee two. Okay, here I'm going to clear the existing test. Waiting for RFID tag, I'm going to clear. I'm going to write like student number one or employee number one. I will write employee number. Here I am going to write employee number one. Okay, and here I am going to display what we received. Okay, array having the data of what we received. This is one of the string. Why? Because here we saved all the 11 characters, 10 characters from the RFID, 11th character I fill with the null. Okay, here is it is a one of the string, and here is the another string. Here I compared if the both are matches, so that I will enter to this if loop. I am going to display employee one. What is the receive data also. Here I am going to give some delay to analyze. Okay, here I will give some little bit more delay. I will call two times, so that I will get the more delay, so we can observe clearly. Okay, whatever the display data. Okay, similar way, for example, if I receive the second tag data, okay, for the for the employee 2. Okay, here I am going to just copy and paste the same programming. Else if I am going to copy the second tag value. Okay, here this is already stored my second tag value. For example, whatever the received tag data, it is matching with the stored data. For example, with the employee 2, so that I will display employee 2. For example, if I received the some invalid, so for example, some invalid employee entered to the campus, so that I am going to detect using the this display. Okay, here I'm going to write here invalid tag. I will display here invalid tag. And what is the invalid tag also we are going to display onto the LCD. This is in the second row. C0 means second row and 80 is the first row. And here just I stored using the my PC. I'm able to read my initial tag data that I stored in my programming. And here always I'm comparing. If I am showing the tag one, and I should receive all the 10 characters, and with the 11 character I should fill the null, and I'm just forming the one string, and I should compare with the existing already stored data with the received data. Okay, if it is matches with the employee one, so that I should display the employee one. Whatever the currently, for example, if the employee entered to the campus, so that he will show the code. Okay, I will just compare whether we have within the database whether the employee one data is available or not. Okay, here I'm going to check, and I'm going to display the that respective content. And here we just for example, upon a reception I'm going to store in within the array. Okay, right now I am going to clear this array. We can also write one clear programming. Okay, here I am going to write one clear programming, void clear void. Okay, here for example, in the first time I received this array of this 10 characters. For example, first I shown the this tag. Okay, I received, and at the end we should clear the whatever the received data. That's why I'm writing this clear programming. Okay, here I will take the some one for loop for I equal to 0. I equal, okay, here I'm going to take some capital small here unsigned int I. Okay, here I'm just taking one local variable I equal to 0, I is less than 100. Here my array length is 100, I plus plus. Okay, here I'm going to clear all the, I'm going to fill my array with the all the null characters. That's why I'm just saying that I have 0 equal to single quotes null character, and here I will just end. Okay, here I am storing I equal to 0. 0 is less than 100. A of 0 I am filling with null characters. Again increment. A of 1 also I am filling null characters. Until 100 characters I am going to fill with the null characters. Okay, here I am just clearing the complete array. And this is the definition. I am going to write the declaration here. And whenever after the processing I can clear the data. Okay, here I done the processing. Okay, at the end I can clear the whatever the received data. Okay, I'm going to clear my array data. Okay, so that we can receive freshly in the next upcoming data. Okay, at the end also we can clear. Okay, here I written my program. Let us compile, and if you have any errors or something, we should solve one by one. Okay, here is I see some issues. Okay, here I written some text. Okay, 1 minute, and here we need semicolon. Okay, and the double quotes also not required. Single quotes for the single character, if I want to assign, only single quotes are enough. And here one thing also missing, string comparison. Okay, we do not have any function was written for this one. We have already one of the library, we have this string comparison function, so that I will include that string.h, string string.h. Again I will compile. See here, this string comparison, okay, whatever the received data, and also I'm comparing with the already stored data. If both are equal, and it will give the result as 0, and 0 double equal to 0 condition is true, then we are entering inside the loop. Okay, this is the logic behind this string comparison. And here we generated the executable also. Okay, executable also generated, so that we can flash and verify whether this RFID is working or not. So that I'm going to take some virtual terminal here, virtual terminal, and that I am going to connect to the microcontroller. Okay, here this TX pin we should connect to the RX pin of our microcontroller. Okay, this way we should connect only one way direction. If I want to communicate with the RFID with the microcontroller, only one way of communication is enough. Okay, here I'm just checking whether we flash the correct programming or not. Here we should have 11.0592 frequency, and also here we should select the particular executable from the which we generated now. Okay, here we see 856. Okay, here which we generated right now. What is the location? Also, we can see it from here. Okay, here we generated objects project one. This is my location which we storing now. Okay, similar way I can just select. Okay, this is the not correct one. Okay, here is the desktop, which is the current time it's generated. Okay, let us generate once again. Okay, let us check whether the timestamp is changed or not. Okay, right now I think this is from the project one objects. Okay, here the executable is generated already. Okay, let us store within the desktop. I'm going to store my executable right now from to the desktop, so that there won't be any confusion where we are storing. Okay, I'm going to the desktop right now and check whether we have the any new executable was generated. Target not created. Okay, some issue. Okay, target is not created. Okay, let us create a new project. I think some issue with the project. Okay, let us new microvision project. I'm going to create a new target. Why? Because here some issues we are facing it. And in the desktop, I'm going to create a new folder. My my project. Okay, this folder I just created newly, and this my project name. My project. Okay, I think some issue with the X file generation. That's why I'm creating newly. Anyway, I have copied my programming. Okay, here I can just select the Intel 80C51 8051. Okay, 8051 microcontroller I just selected, and here I can create my add new item to the group. Okay, I'm going to add my new C programming, my RFID, R, my RFID dot C. Okay, C will be created. See here, it's created. I'm going to copy the same programming and I'm going to execute. Okay, there is no errors. I'm going to select the hex creation. Okay, so that now we are going to generate the executable now. Let's see whether it's generated properly. Okay, we just created the new folder in the desktop. Let's see whether my project objects. Yeah, right now it's created properly so that we can select that from Proteus. Okay, here my project and object. This is my recently just now we generated the executable. Let us debug step by step. Okay, here I have just flashed my programming, and also I selected the 11.0592, which is to communicate with the 9600 baud rate. We should have this exact frequency. Right now I'm going to display welcome to my project YT Training Institute and waiting for RFID tag. Okay, here I can display like here RFID is missing, so that I can display in the next line also. Here waiting for here I will display RFID is here. Okay, waiting for RFID tag, I just display like this. Okay, again we can just re-verify. Welcome to my project YT Training Institute, waiting for RFID tag. Okay, whenever we are waiting here, I should send my RFID tag here. Okay, for example, from the PPT I am going to copy the same which we pasted now. Okay, in my programming I have stored the both the tag values. For example, right now I am going to show my only tag one, so that I should display employee number one, and after that I should clear, and also the second row I should display whatever we received the data. And here I am just pasting my data from here, and see here employee number one, and we just displayed the whatever we just transmitted, and that we displayed on here. See here, whatever we transmitted, that we displayed. Okay, again if you want, again we can just do the same. Okay, okay, again whenever it is coming for waiting for tag, then only we should transmit. Okay, why? Because at that time only we are checking for the RI flag. Okay, here I'm just going to send my data again. Here see 10003B and 0CA7. Okay, whatever I sent from here, that I displayed here. Again here waiting for the RFID tag. Okay, and right now I can show the second tag right now. For example, nothing but I'm just sending the second tag from the RFID. Here it is saying that invalid. Okay, here I'm just sending the second RFID. Now I should display employee number 2 and what is the received data. Okay, I think some delay was there. And here I'm going to send the second tag value, and I should display the, yeah, here I display the second one. Here I'm just sending the second tag data. I should display employee number 2. For example, if it is not matching, I should display the this last one, invalid data. For example, if I send any invalid data, I should display the invalid data. Okay, here always we should return the program in do while loop, then it will always poll. Okay, here let us assume if I am just sending the invalid data. For example, let us assume I am going to create the new invalid data. For example, instead of E, I am writing the F. Okay, some invalid 10 value I am just sending. I should display like invalid tag received, invalid tag something I should display, and what is the invalid data also I can display in the second row. Okay, right now I'm going to send the invalid data, then it should not match to the employee number 1 or employee number 2. You should say that invalid tag. See here invalid tag. What is the invalid tag that we displayed here? This is a mainly for the RFID programming. Okay, here initially we know the what is the tag 1 value and tag 2 value which we stored in the programming, and always whatever the received data serially I just received continuously 10 characters. The 11th character I filled with null character so that we formed the string, and whatever the received data I'm comparing with the stored data, and if it is matches, then I'm going to enter the inside the loop. I'm going to display whatever the received data in the second row. First row I'm just displaying the employee number 1. This is the way we should write the for the RFID tag. For example, whenever it is matches one, if I want to do the attendance to the particular employee one, so that I can write this programming here and display that the attendance is done. Okay, here this way we can programming our embedded C effectively. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching.